Good morning, everybody. Welcome to on Leadership in Adult and Higher Education. Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Sunday. It's kind of warm out. I hear the snow and ice are crashing off my metal roof, so that's always a good thing before it creates an ice dam and comes into the house. So hopefully nobody's dealing with those type of issues. We did have actually a little leak, and that prompted us to go up on the metal roof and take care of the ice dams, but hopefully that's a thing of the past. So let's get right to week number 6, and week number 6 is this symbolic frame, which I've always thought this is probably one of the more complicated ones to explain. It's one of the main challenges when you hire somebody. You bring them into an organization and you onboard them into kind of the nuts and the bolts of how things work. How do you clock in? How do you enter your timesheet? How do you what's expected as far as the rules and regulations, times, etc. But the symbolic frame is a little deeper than that, and oftentimes when you bring somebody in, you onboard them, this is the area that is the most challenging, because really what it is, you're taking somebody, bringing them into a new culture that they may not know anything about, including what are the norms and the expectations of that culture, and they might not even be in the manual. So it's and if you're there, if you're already there, you understand these cultural aspects. There's in my experience, I've been involved with getting new managers into various organizations, hiring new managers into new organizations. They come in and they have great expectations put on them, but great expectations for themselves as far as maybe tightening down on the rules and regulations, etc., etc., only to find out that there's tremendous pushback with the overall culture when somebody tries to do it. I'm not saying it is the wrong thing to try to do. I'm just saying that the culture oftentimes trumps the policy. And I didn't mean to say trump, it just usurps the policy. That's probably a better word. So please take a look at the information that's presented this week on the symbolic frame. Emily wrote something about her experience trying to understand the symbolic frame. And then there's videos, and Nick in particular, I've checked all of these work, so hopefully they do work on your end. Read chapters 12 through 14 in our textbook. And I do want to say there are no formal discussion forums questions this week. So take a breather. No discussion forums this particular week. Okay, let me click the button. Actually, before I do that, I did want to just highlight one thing before I dig deeper into the material. So let's come down here into week number 5. Week number 5, I need to add a few more. Political discussion, week number 5. For those group summarizers from the discussion from your group, here's where you post your 1-page or half-page summary, kind of hitting the high points of what your group discussed. That's right here. You do it just like you are doing a regular discussion post. This is meant to be a place that if you can take a look at the other groups and see what they talked about, rather than just seeing what your group talked about, but this is an opportunity to take a look at the other groups at the same time. You don't even need to respond unless you want to. Nobody's being graded on this. It's just it's an opportunity for the organizers to post the summary of their group here. Okay, week number 6, taking a look at the video. We were just looking at week 6, the symbolic frame and the things to do. And that is really it at this point as far as this particular week. Now, I did want to do one thing. I want to go to the announcements. Here's the announcement, and a heads up, we have an optional Zoom meeting coming up on February 25th, which is Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I can't stress this enough. If you can be there and you want to be there and you have some specific questions or something you want to talk about, discuss an assignment coming up, whatever it might be, feel free to show up. But nobody is getting extra credit. They're not being marked off for not showing up. And assuming that one person shows up, I will record that and then post it the next day. So you're not missing a thing. And there have been times that I ask people, maybe one person shows up. Sometimes nobody shows up. And I've unofficially polled people, and I get comments like, well, I'm getting what I need on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, between what you put out in text and the videos. And plus, this is an asynchronous course, so I don't need to show up. So it's up to you. If you're available and you want to, optional Zoom meeting Tuesday at 6:30. The link is right there. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy your Sunday, and I look forward to seeing a few of you maybe on Tuesday. If not, we'll see you online during the week. Any help, just let me know. Bye, everybody.